This just in. Okay, this is good stuff. A little bit off of what we've been talking about, but something that definitely is a big deal when it comes to immigration. Texas has just now enacted the National Guard, which is actually probably one of the. This is the first time in history that the National Guard has been called into a situation such as this. As far as like most of the time, it's humanitarian purposes where they aid for like disasters and different things like that. But to actually have to handle people in a criminal matter, this is a first, but it's a good first. Something needs to be done about this. I'm all for immigration. I've known some of the best people in the world. Some of the best fighters in America for America are foreigners. If you look and see who's actually fighting for America, it's most of the time. I hate to say it, ten. If you got 10 people, one out of those 10 person might be American that's fighting for America. I see that at my grassroots movements too. Like a lot of the people that are at the grassroots movements with the school boards and trying to help these kids out, they didn't even live here. They moved here from another place because there is a lot of military presence because I'm close to Fayetteville, North Carolina. So you'll have a situation where you see a lot of military families, and God bless those military families. And you know, it's an eye opener to see that it takes it just the people don't even aren't from here, and they're fighting so hard for us. So don't think for one second that I'm against immigration and people making a better life for themselves. But what we have at this point in time is a little bit of thing called taking advantage of the system, and also a possible militarizing on the backdoor level on a negative on a negative, but on a left wing scale. It's We all suspect that they're building up some kind of alternative military to counterattack patriots. You would see this in Germany when we talked about the people and how they done the Jewish people, and they had the brown coats come in there. Those people. So, anyways, this is a good thing. That must be Greg Abbott's doing. So that's a good thing. Let's hear it for Greg Abbott. We got to give him some love, man. If anybody's got time, shoot some emails down there and say thank you. The neat thing about it is like they're actually going to be, if any illegals come in, they'll be prosecuted under state law of Texas, which is actually more. Oh well, here you go. More worser. I'll use that one. More worser than what Biden would do. You like that? It was actually would be a lot worse than the Biden administration regime. It would be a lot worse than the Biden regime to if you were caught in Texas. So this should deter. It ain't going to fix it all the way, but it's going to make a real large deterrent. Anything is better than nothing at this point in time. And also, the neat thing about it is anytime you do something like this, you set precedents for a situation to become somewhat of a more functional device. You hear the left talk about using tools and all this stuff in their favor whenever they have some kind of something. They always look back on a prior case, and so it sets precedents. They call those tools. When it comes to trying to get things to go their way, they'll try to find where a court case was ruled in their favor. Doesn't matter if it's 300 years ago. They'll be like, yeah, in 1795, you see right here. But if we try to do that, they're all like, eh. So, so we're kind of hitting them back with their own stuff. And so we set precedents for other states that are on the border to do the same thing. And on top of that, any of the ones that they move down here illegally, like whenever, like they're hauling them in right now. All I hear is airplanes going over right now. I don't know who and what's on the airplanes, but I guarantee you, there's a lot of airplanes. So there's definitely some nefarious stuff. So all these illegals they're moving around, that will help enable states to set precedents to enforce their own rules to try, because we really can't handle the front of all these people, especially when a good portion of them are military-aged men and or gang members that are coming up here to make things theirs. They're gonna try to take theirs or something along the lines of that. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely for immigration. I love to see people that make it to this country and do something good with themselves. That is the most beautiful thing in the world. But what is going on at the border is absolutely atrocious. I haven't talked much about it, but I do watch a lot of subjects, and there are a lot of things that really pull at my heartstrings. And when I see what happened to these children, and when I also see all the people that are completely misinformed by mainstream media and how their way of thinking is, I feel sorry for them. I really, really do, because they're actually perpetuating this and not knowing it. And if they knew what they were doing, they would not do this. They don't know this. They're being blindsided by all the stuff that they've been exposed to so far as propaganda to believe otherwise. So, anyhow, pray for Texas. Keep your eye on Texas and give old Abbott some love down there. If you got time, that helps a lot. That positive encouragement makes a big difference. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Bye bye.